government is not the solution to our problems. All too often, government is the problem.
Things liable to get a little dicey around here.
Yes, sir.
Another says feeding frenzy on the Hill, talking about us and our fundraising activities. Another says buying the presidency. And while we're not dealing with the presidential campaign, if I heard correctly on the Brinkley show yesterday, now apparently for $50,000 you can sleep in the Lincoln bed at the White House.
We just bought ourselves maybe 2 hours. After that, those planes low on fuel aren't going to be circling. They're going to be dropping on the White House lawn.
Honest, direct,
Some of them have never had a job except with the federal
a
government.
patriot. Words that describe Fred Thompson, whether he's on the Senate floor or the silver screen.
We can't let up now.
Moviegoers recognize Thompson for his performances in such popular motion pictures as The Hunt for Red October, Class Action, No Way Out, In the Line of Fire, Die Hard 2, and Days of Thunder. But Thompson's most important roles have been played out on a much larger stage. 2 years after receiving his law degree from Vanderbilt, Thompson was cast in his first public role. As a federal prosecutor in Nashville, he quickly gained a reputation as a no-nonsense crime fighter. In 1973, Thompson was appointed minority counsel to the Senate Watergate Committee, playing a key role in one of our nation's more crucial true-life dramas.
Butterfield, are you aware of the installation of any listening devices in the Oval Office of the President?
I was aware of listening devices.
3 years later, his home state was facing its own crisis. When a corrupt administration was caught selling pardons for cash, Tennessee called on Fred Thompson.
I have asked Fred Thompson to be the special counsel to the governor.
Thompson cleaned up the corruption and brought justice to a tainted administration. And if it sounds like a great plot for a book, you're right. The scandal became the subject of a bestseller and was later made into a movie, with the role of Fred Thompson played by who else?
So it's a hell of a lot better than being bit by a rattlesnake.
Congress needs a major shakeup. I'm Fred Thompson, and if you'll help me, I'll lead that fight.
In 1994, Republicans took control of both houses of Congress for the first time in 40 years. And Fred Thompson was there, taking on the role of a lifetime, United States Senator. It didn't take long for the Republican leadership to recognize Thompson's abilities. After only a week in office, Senate Majority Leader Bob Dole asked him to deliver the Republican response to the president's address to the nation.
You know why you sent us here. To cut big government down to size.
In the Senate, Thompson established himself as a beacon for innovative change. During his first 2 years, he led the fight for reform, pushing for a balanced budget amendment and legislation to make Congress live under the same laws as everyone else.
You know, 2 years ago, I said that if I was elected to the Senate, I'd work to change the way Washington operates. Well, since then, we've made Congress live under the same laws as the rest of us. We've banned gifts to members of Congress and put a stop to congressional junkets and forced the first vote on term limits for career politicians in 40 years. It's a start.
Thompson cruised to re-election in 1996, receiving more votes than any candidate in Tennessee history. In 1997, he became chairman of the Governmental Affairs Committee, continuing his efforts to clean up government. Calling on Thompson's reputation for being both tough and fair, his committee was asked to investigate allegations into illegal and improper activities during the 1996 federal election cycle, including the influence of foreign money on U.S. elections and U.S. policy.
Officials crafted a plan to increase China's influence over the U.S. political process.
And you can bet that no amount of stonewalling will deter Thompson from continuing his fight to clean up government. A battle that continues to this day.
That the president made some decisions that benefited not only the Chinese, but some domestic...
Senator Fred Thompson has played many roles in his life, but on screen or off, his integrity, grit, and no-nonsense determination have always been a deep part of his character. He's never backed down from a challenge, and he's not about to start now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to present the Honorable Senator from the great state of Tennessee, our 1998 National Statesman of the Year, Senator Fred Thompson.